Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel! I don't know why I said it so aggressively. If you are new here, hi, my name is Noah, and here we talk about anything to do with books and game books. So today we are talking about Colossal. So this hardback book that we've got is the 4th edition, which was released last year in 2023. And obviously people who do these sort of solo books always kind of keep things updated, which I appreciate, just so you know. It is written and illustrated by, and I'm so sorry I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Nick Angel. I apologize if I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. But this gentleman is a creative genius. The artwork that is probably being put on here is all drawn by him, and the book itself is written. It's 64 pages of just geniusness. The art style is gorgeous, the way that the book is laid out and written is beautiful, and this is pretty much, I think, one of my top 5 solo adventure books that I actually own. So much that we have one of the DLCs. And this one, not only is it a little bit bigger and thicker, but also gives us the chance to actually play co-op. Might be something I might do. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. You know what, let's just get into stuff to do with the book. Let's just dive into this because there's certain things that I wanted to do and talk about, and I think it's really interesting how this actually works. Let's just kind of go into this. Down below, we have part of my character sheet, but it's mainly, unfortunately, the camera's over on that side for me, is obviously we've got the book here and how the game is actually played. Now, the one thing that I love about this, I've never played a game like this before, which is where it's not done by dice roll, it is done by cards. So, the world of Colostle, I'm just going to read this first little section for you, just so you can kind of get the gist of what the world is. The Colossal is impossibly, I don't know why I'm struggling so much, massive castle, the interior of which is so large that mountains, valleys, towns, cities, and even oceans fill its rooms. The ceilings and roof are so high that they are beyond sight, shrouded by the misty expanse of the sky that sits within its vaulted heights. But yeah, that is the world. The artwork itself in this book is absolutely gorgeous. The fact that he has drawn all of these things is beautiful. We even have a map for what is known of some of the rooms, the known roomlands, and that's just by what people have ventured into. Obviously, everything's written separated by doors, bridges, stairs. We don't know if there's any end to them, but I think it's very interesting how there's different biomes going on in the world. So we have phases where, depending on what kind of card we draw, the colour, the suit, the number as well, go for different things. The red cards are organic things, people and creatures, and on the other side, it's for scenic things, structures and objects, and that is for our exploration. How exploration works is actually manage to drop every single fucking card that I own on the floor. Let me show you how exploration would work. So you'll see on my character sheet, I have an exploration score and a combat score. Obviously, my combat score has gone up by 1 point, which will explain why. But let me just show you how exploration would work. Is I have 3 points in exploration. So I would then take 3 cards from my shuffled deck, which are here, and I would slowly just kind of reveal what they are. So we've got these cards. What do we have that happens? Let me tell you. You know, it's telling us that the weather is stormy, and depending if we are in an ocean setting or an ocean biome, it kind of gives us a little prompt saying, the sea, a huge expanse of water stretches out before you, stand on a rocky coast or a beach looking out. And just kind of goes into detail as to the weather. But then, not only do we have that it's stormy, but I'm not going to say that I'm in the ocean. I'm going to say, yes, there is a storm happening. But also we have 9 of diamonds, which says that we have a bandit camp. So, not only is it's dark, it's gloomy, there's a huge storm coming on, but we're also near a bandit camp. But we also have this. So, also around us at the same time where the bandit camp is, it's mostly rubble, so we're basically near ruins. They've set up camp near a ruins, and that's kind of where we kind of go into the journaling aspect of it, where we kind of write down the scene, the description, and we can go as detailed as we want or not. You know, we can either use just bullet points if that's kind of the way that you want to do it. It's all down to how you want to play. This is the first time, well, this is the second time I've had like a journaling sort of book. The first one is the Broken Cask, and then this one, and this is so different from the Broken Cask, and it's still just as good. It's beautiful, but that is what the exploration is. You draw the cards, you then write down the scene, and you can go into as much detail as you want. Beautiful, perfect. It's very open, and you can go in as much as you want to. Obviously, with the combat, we've got 5 points, and at the moment, one's gone up because of, we'll go into that, but it is because, well, same sort of thing. I would draw 5 cards against whatever the combat score is for who I am fighting. And that would tell us if they hit, if they miss, what kind of fight that is happening. And we can go into detail with how much we're doing with that. Now, I have, obviously, with my character, Gus Miller, who is armed. I'll go into him a bit more. We have done 1 session, and I'm kind of obsessed already with this book. But I'm going to read to you what happened on our session, because I just thought it'd be nice for me to tell you what happened, the details of our character, and all that jazz. And then next video that will be up of this, we will actually be doing it, because I like to have both versions. I'm hoping to do Colossal live, so let me know if you would like to see that at all. I know that I have some Lone Wolf books that we're going to be doing live as well, but I would like to do some Colossal pretty live, and y'all can help me kind of go into details with some of the stuff. I think that'll be really nice. But let's just kind of get into it. I've got my little folder here because I'm obsessed with this. So this is our character, which is Gus Miller. He is the class of the Armed. Now there is just in the main book, I think there's 4 classes, but in the DLCs that are released also on Patreon, there are other classes on there as well. The Armed. The Armed quite literally have an arm from a rook connected to them via a complex ritual, attuning its intention to them. The Armed are proficient in melee combat and are highly capable adventurers. They are warriors. An armed adventurer could have any type of arm: a blade, a hand, a cannon, a strange machine that users don't yet understand. If the arm has a hand or the ability to hold items, it could be used to carry an additional weapon if you have one. Obviously, the book has art as well. Like I said, it's beautiful. But there's loads of tables for items, events, exploration. There's ocean encounters, the weather table, cities, how you can build your city. There's guilds that you can build, and guilds that do exist. Taverns, houses, merchants. There's battlement encounters, exposures. It goes on, and it's extremely beautifully detailed and laid out, but it's not detailed to a point where you're just baffled at what is going on. The one thing that I do love is that he actually drew how the rook's insides kind of work, kind of trying to describe it and go on and so forth. Here in the background you see that even though there's giant trees there, that is a massive rook just kind of stomping around. Let me just kind of tell you what kind of happened. So our character, Gus Miller, is part of the Armed. So I kind of sort of like fighting. I'm kind of used to it. I'm part of a like farm sort of village, and they don't like rooks. No one likes rooks because just how aggressive they are. Sometimes they just kind of don't realize there's cities or villages or whatever it is, and they just kind of barrel through them. People get hurt. People get killed. And obviously, if someone is too close, bad things sort of happen. We don't really know why they are here and why they do this, or what's really going on, but they're just there. It's just a thing. It just is. while most people don't like rooks, we actually formed a secret friendship with a rook. And we normally meet them in a very close sort of nearby forest. And as one day I went to go see this rook, it's not there. And I noticed that there's sort of a scuffle, there's a trail leading off into the distance, and my calling is that is my friend. I need to start going out, looking, following signs, finding clues, hints as to why my rook has gone, where has it gone. If it needs help, I need to help it. Because our character needed help at some point too. We got our stone arm, which holds a sword, from the rook. It gave us that, it built that for us, and it handed it to us, because how we found each other was I was in danger. Because I did something stupid, probably, because that's normally the way things normally go. And that was how we kind of formed this strange sort of friendship. So, this is how day one went for us, because I decided to go out and try and find what is going on. Here, let me read it to you, and you can read it yourselves as well. While following the trail from what I assume is my rook friend, I found a large staircase. Each step is as tall as a small house, and leads up into the fog of clouds. Around 3 hours of climbing so far, and I've found a broken chest with a machine part inside. I'm not really sure what to use it for, but I'm sure I'll find something. I don't know how long I've been climbing these stairs, but I'm nearly at the top. On one of the stairs, there is a dead body in armor, some sort of soldier, but I'm not really sure what kind. I did go to check, but I did slip and fall down a few steps, and did get a little winded. But so far, I'm okay. I'm going to go up to the top and find some shelter to camp, because night is slowly coming, and climbing these giant stairs really did take too long. While looking for somewhere to camp, I found another machine part. I just seem to keep collecting these, and I'm not really sure what to do with them. Maybe I can find a trader or something, or someone who can tell me what I can use these for. I'm riding this now because I'm not sure how it's going to go down, but I've kind of stumbled upon I guess what people would call a medium-sized rook, which is the size of a small building, and I don't know if that is small or medium, but it's bigger than me, and I'm worried. As soon as it did see me, though, it did try to hide something from me, so I'm kind of curious about that, but it did draw a large bow. And the arrows themselves seem to have like an electric sort of charge on them. It also does have a large shield on its back, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get past this one. It did swipe its bow at me, but I rolled underneath it while managing to swing my sword, catching its technically what I would call a hand. I did try to move out of the way, but it did manage to catch me with a backhand, and I did go quite a distance. I did manage to get back up onto my feet, but as it drew its bow with one of them arrows, I did manage to run and throw my sword into what I assume is where some sort of mechanical important thing is, because as soon as the sword went deep into that stone, it shuddered and it fell to the floor. I did kind of walk up to give it a nudge and a kick, but nothing. I can already feel the bruising from that slap that it did hit me with. It was hiding a massive jewel that I think I can trade, and I've also found a hole that I can sort of rest in, because I think I'm going to need it. For day one, this has been an experience. I don't know what to expect further on, but I've still not found any more clues as of yet. And I hope I find some soon. Or even a city or something. I will write in you the next day. And that's kind of where we've gone with it. That's literally all that's written here. Is that I've drawn little poopy little stick things of like, there's our character and then the stairs leading up. I'm so good at drawing, which I'm not. I've drawn a chest, I've drawn our sword that I kind of imagined it was kind of like this. Big, like this is how I imagined it. There's a shield on the back, fucking bow, doodles, looks like my character's doing something that it shouldn't be. There is the sword. It kind of looks a bit with the holes like from Cloud's sword, the Buster sword a little bit, but it's not. In the holes, there's sort of like little runes that are kind of floating in it that kind of run alongside some of the rooks themselves. But that's kind of what we've been up to. Because we fought a medium-sized rook and managed to kill it, we were able to we can add 1 point on either to our exploration score or our combat score. And I put it on the combat score so I have more chance to, I guess, win a fight. And so, but I believe as you get hurt, the score goes down. And you never want it to go to 0. But for a first time sort of playthrough of it, I enjoyed it. It's so strange using cards to kind of see what's going on and how things work, but I definitely enjoyed it. It's interesting, it works well, and the awards that the author and slash illustrator has got for this book is 100%, you know, deserved, because it works extremely well. It doesn't give you too much information so that you can go into in as much detail as you want, but you still have an understanding as to what is going on, and I love that. I can't wait to see how this goes. I have started I think it's called a Substack, that a friend of mine in Discord actually told me about. Yes, Substack. So I'm going to be putting the links down there to that. I'm going to put a link down to the Colostle website as well. They are just run by this one person who makes sure that deliveries go out. So, you know, very informative on the website. And definitely check them out. Definitely give it a go. It's very interesting, and you really should just go give this person some love. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I would love to know how your characters, if you've done Colossal, what happened with your characters, what was their calling, how did their adventure go? But I'm going to leave it there. I will be updating when the next lives will be going up, and I will see you all very, very soon. Stay awesome, my friends, and love, love.